When we're young, we have an amazing, positive outlook about how great life is going to be, but somewhere along the line, we forget to dream and end up settling. Join Up Dots features amazing people who refuse to give up and chose to go after their dreams. This is your blueprint for greatness. So here's your host, live from the back of his garden in the UK, David Ralph.
Yeah, good morning to you and welcome to an episode of Join Up Dots. This is motivation time when we take a quote that's out there for all of us that we can then use as a blueprint for the success we deserve in life. We can use it as the stepping stone to a life of whatever we want in life, whatever we want. Now, most of us make life more difficult than it should be by looking at things that we wish would happen or we feel should happen instead of focusing in on what you can control. And it's a world filled with uncertainties and challenges, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the amount of factors beyond our control, and we often find ourselves grappling with the twists and turns of life, leaving us feeling just helpless and demotivated. But in the wise words of John Addison, we really need to just think about forget everything and focus on what you can control. Now, they're simple words, yet they're profound words that can serve as just a beacon, a route map of inspiration, guiding us towards a more empowered and fulfilling life. You see, life is a tapestry. People say life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. You want it to be a certain way, but actually life just does its own thing. And this tapestry of circumstances, events and people, each with its unique set of variables and problems, will always come into your life. And it's natural to worry about the future, to wonder about the outcomes of our efforts and to hope for the best. But what truly matters is how we respond to these challenges and uncertainties. It's our responses that define us, and it's in our power to choose wisely. So let's really understand these words of John Addison. As we say, focus on what you can control. And here's some powerful ways that we can just do that, focusing on what we can control to unlock the door to a life filled with purpose, passion, and motivation. Now, number one, without a doubt, attitude is everything. I was saying to the wife yesterday, it doesn't matter what life is, if you are positive about it, then things become easier. And I'm a total believer on that. There's times when I lose track of things and I become a bit doom and gloom, and they're the hardest times. And when I kind of just think, okay, life is a game, this isn't going my way, you can just see that there's other doors that you can open. There's other routes to where you want to be. And your attitude is one of the most potent things within your control. You can choose to view challenges as just Everest in front of you, insurmountable obstacles, or you can see them as opportunities for learning. Okay, I want to get past Everest. Do I climb over it or do I go round it? Well, I'll probably go round it, or I might get a helicopter to take me over it, or there's always different ways of doing it. So by cultivating a positive mindset, you'll find that even the toughest situations become much more manageable. Now, within that, having that positive attitude, if you take that as your starting point and then you set clear goals, then you really do take control of your life by defining your goals and breaking them down into actionable steps, checklists. But you create a roadmap for the success you want. You focus on the actions you can take now, today, to move closer to your goals and let go of the things that we can't control. Now, I see this all the time, that people just have this kind of turn up and hope for the best. They sit in front of their laptops, whatever, and they don't just write down 4 or 5 things that they need to do that morning and just do those, because those 4 or 5 things will have moved you forward. But just sitting there and trying to hope for the best and throwing the spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks, as they say, just means that you kind of go round and round in circles and you start to get worn out. And you start to lose that positive attitude and you start to just feel really, really crap. And I know this because I was there. I was there big time. And without anything, I think now I would say that your physical and mental well-being is the thing that you are most in control of, and you should start that first. Making your self-care a priority in your life and business by exercising regularly, eating nourishing foods, getting enough sleep, mindfulness, having a break. Don't think that yourself, if you're tired, okay, I'm just going to go and watch a film on Netflix. Don't think that that's wasted time. If you then feel better afterwards, it means that you can handle challenges more effectively. I used to think it was a terrible waste of time. I used to come up to the laptop and the podcast room and stuff and just plow through hour upon hour upon hour. But now, if I'm not feeling it, or it's not sort of just developing good practices in my life, I'll just walk away from it. Not for too long, but just an hour here, 2 hours there, prioritizing self-care. Really, really important. And it's not a waste of time. It's managing your time wisely, because time is a limited resource, but how you use it is up to you. So if you want to go and watch telly for a couple of hours, then do that. But then set the boundaries around it. Eliminate the time-wasting activities so that you can do the things that you want to do. Prioritize tasks that align with your goals. Manage your time effectively, and you will accomplish so much more and reduce stress. I generally now work from about 9 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock lunchtime. Pretty much that's about it. And the rest of it, I don't do anything at all. And I go off and do other stuff. I might look after myself, or I might look after the family or whatever. But that's the kind of 3 hours. And I come up and I think I need to make the most of that 3 hours. So I might record 3 podcast episodes, respond to some clients, respond to some listeners, whatever it is. But at the end of it, I know that that's it. I'm leaving it so that I can go off and do something else. And the beauty of that is, by having control of your choices and actions, it means then that I can focus in on the people that need me most. The quality of your relationships, I think, is a reflection of your choices and your actions. So don't just think about it as yourself. Think about having breathing space so that you can communicate, you can have empathy, you can have kindness for others. And these are all things, again, that are under your control and can strengthen your bonds with people, strengthen your potential clients, whatever. It keeps on moving you forward, okay? So it really is a case of every decision you make, no matter how small, is a choice you can control. I think that's simply that. Practicing mindfulness in your decision-making process so that you can consider the downsides of your choices, and whether your choices align with your values, will help you take ownership of the outcomes. Every decision you make, no matter how small, is a choice you can control, which is what Oprah says, and let's hear from her.
The way through the challenge is to get still and ask yourself, what is the next right move? Not think about, I got all of this stuff. What is the next right move? And then from that space, make the next right move and the next right move. And not to be overwhelmed by it, because you know your life is bigger than that one moment. You know you're not defined by what somebody says is a failure for you, because failure is just there to point you in a different direction.
So just look at what you can control. Focus on what you can control. It's a mindset shift that empowers you to just take charge of your life. It's a reminder that even in the face of difficulties, we have the ability to shape our destiny. So It's a real mantra, these words by John Addison. Let them be your guiding light towards a more inspiring, motivating and fulfilling life, because you are the captain of your ship. You have the power to steer it towards greatness. Focus on what you can control and forget about what you can't. That's naturally going to occur. Powerful stuff. Until next time, we will see you again, our friends, and we will be bringing you more motivation time, these powerful statements of content that can really lead us to where we want to be. We've also got business interviews, we've got life coaching, business coaching, everything that you're asking for from Join Up Darts is coming your way. But of course, you meet us halfway. You bring the ears and we bring the attitude. We'll see you again. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots. Join up, Dots.